beautiful souls. Welcome to your 3-card pick. As we close out the year, we tend to find a softness within ourselves to slow down and take stock. We did all we could in the circumstances we had in 2023. We moved through challenges. We acknowledge and celebrate personal milestones and victories, and close out a chapter of our lives with thoughtfulness, love, and our focus shifting to the future. Here's a look at what you went through and how the energy that you're tapping into now will change your future. Yes, 2024 will be a bit of a bumpy ride, but the last couple of years prepared you for the journey ahead. You are a warrior, a maverick, a trailblazer, and a spiritual being having a human experience. You've got this. Now focus on the 3 cards, and whichever one calls to you, that is the reading you're meant to hear. This is the last 3-card pick of the year, so with love, light, gratitude, respect, and vibes of abundance to you all, I'll see you on the other side. Well, hello, beautiful Pile 1. Welcome to your reading. Wow, 2023 taught you a lot of lessons. You seem to be the student of life in 2023, where you had to do a lot of new things or adapt to a new way of living in some way. I definitely see that moving forward in 2024, you're going to create a lot of stability for yourself and your family, but also you're going to increase your finances. And I see for the majority of Pile 1, some of you are thinking about moving or relocating somewhere, but I definitely see that you are on the rise. Some of you, because you've had a lot of hardship or a lot of ups and downs in 2023, you've learned to be really flexible. You've learned to hone your intuition, trust that inner calling, and also use the innate knowledge that you already have. You're someone who is very intelligent and you're very street smart as well. And I feel like experiences have taught you to be like that. Some of you may have had some difficult times when you were younger as well, because I see that some of you may have been in fight or flight mode and you are conditioned in some way to expect the worst. So you're always preparing yourself for challenges ahead. And it's very important that whilst you recognize that this is a good way to plan and be ready for anything that comes your way, it's also very important to make sure that you do not allow it to give you this heaviness in your energy, because I definitely see that some of you need to come out of your comfort zone a little bit more to find fun, spontaneity. Some of you may have been a bit of a homebody in 2023, and that's great. That's okay. It means you're recharging your batteries. It means you're healing. It also means that you're saving your resources for when you need them the most. But I see 2024 being a little bit more exciting. Some of you may have already planned new trips or new experiences, or even you're thinking about going to college or picking up some new skills. Some of you may even be upskilling in a career if you're in one right now, and I see that you're on the rise and very ambitious for 2024. I also see that you are someone who is a trailblazer, okay? I feel like you're using your knowledge to dominate your circumstances. And if you've been worried financially, I see that things are going to get easier for you in 2024, even though there are some bumps in the road. I definitely see with the cards like Domain, which is over here, and I will show you each card individually, but you've got Domain here, you've got House. So you're all about security. You're all about building your resources and learning how to navigate difficult times. And I see that you're someone who is very savvy, very awake and aware of financial fluctuations. So a lot of you are, saving down your statements from any financial institutions where you house your finances, just to prove what assets you have should there ever be any gremlins in the system. I definitely see that you are the sort of person who is prepared. And I feel something from childhood may have made you that way. So whether you grew up in an environment that was turbulent or sometimes a little bit nomadic, or even there were challenging experiences that you witnessed, I definitely see that it's made you very aware of circumstances, and it's almost like you see life like a chessboard where you're planning your next moves and the moves of people or circumstances around you, so that you're always prepared for any circumstance, okay? But I can see that the way that you're navigating and tapping into the energies right now, you're moving towards your goals. There's a lot to celebrate when you move into 2024, and I see you're going to do some really great deals for yourself, and you're going to elevate in a very positive way. Now, your first card here, of course, is Domain. Now, hopefully it doesn't blur on the camera there. As you can see, Domain, there's an elephant there. Now, elephants are very protective. They have a lot of empathy, and you're tapping into that sense of awareness of not only yourself and your own needs, but also the people around you. You tend to be someone who is always thinking about others, and I definitely see that you're going to be adhering to your own needs a little bit more in 2024, okay? Not in a selfish way, but in a way that benefits not just you, but everybody. So this card actually says ruler of your empire, greatness, position of power, large home, respect, and wealth. Now, I shuffle these cards, each deck separately, asking for the energy to pop out for you, and you got a large house, and you got a large house here. So if some of you are planning to go into real estate, or your goal is to be able to afford real estate, now don't get me wrong, there's going to be a big fluctuation in real estate in 2024. I see things going down in price, okay? So if you're trying to sell, I feel like you will sell just before it actually dips in quite a large way. And if you're trying to buy, I definitely see that you get a very good deal, okay? Now, this card also indicates that you have a lot of power and you gracefully use it towards your goals and dreams. Elephants, they're very protective, but also they're very graceful and silent. Many years ago, I went on a safari and I came across a mama elephant, and I didn't even hear her coming. I saw the little baby elephant first, and it came bounding through the bush, and it came right up to us because it was curious and it was so excited to see something different. But the mama elephant, she had experience. She knew what humans could potentially pose to her and her baby, and she really silently, in stealth mode, came towards the group and was growling in a protective way. I'd never heard an elephant growl before, and I definitely see that that's something that's in your innate character. You tend to lead with peace, and you'd rather have peaceful situations, but come to an experience where you require that level of protection or that anger. You definitely have it to tap into, and I feel that you are someone who is stealthily moving towards your goals, but you're learning about when it's time to move in stealth mode, not tell anybody about your projects, and keep things in a very private, protective way, and when it's time to reveal or shout about whatever it is that you're working on. So I definitely see that you are going to increase your chances. There's a lot of opportunity coming your way, but also you are building your empire. And I feel that you are starting to feel that great energy within you, because a lot of you may have struggled with confidence at some stage, whether that's to do with your talents or whether it's to do with how you look in some way. I definitely see that you're starting to look at yourself in a new way, and you're going to take that energy with you into 2024, and you're going to be a real force to be reckoned with. Also, I see that people around you have taken your kindness for weakness, and I feel like you may have had to exert your power in a situation or really empower yourself so that you notice where you're being underestimated or undervalued, and that's not going to happen in 2024. I see that people have a lot of respect for you. Even now, they may not say it, but they definitely have it for you. And I see that all those challenges, you're removing the blockages. So 2023 was your year to learn, to become flexible, and to recognize that you have the strength to rise to any occasion and move through any challenges and get what you want, because you're setting yourself up for a win here. And I see 2024 being way more successful than 2023 for you, but also I see that you're allowing that playful, curious spirit to arise within you. So a lot of you over the next coming weeks, you're really connecting to your inner child, to recognize that it's safe to be you. It's safe to have all the things that you want. And in the past, you may have been told that there is like a glass ceiling, or that there is some sort of restriction, or that you should stay in your lane in some way. And now you're recognizing that those people or those circumstances that try to keep you down were projecting. They were trying to make sure that you did not rise above them because they saw your greatness. Some of you may have been bullied when you were younger, and I definitely see that you're leaving that behind. And whilst it may have shaped you and who you are and how you influence circumstances or have been influenced by those circumstances, you're not allowing it to get in the way of your future happiness and your future success as you move forward, okay? Now, also, you have graduation. Instantly, I'm hearing lots of languages from this card. So a lot of you may have promised yourself that you're going to learn a new language, or perhaps there's something you started to learn and it was a little bit like lighthearted. You tapped in occasionally, but you're going to get really serious about it in 2024, okay? Graduation, it says here, leveling up intelligence, recognition, and achievement, learning something new. But this could also be in terms of hobbies. It could also be learning about body language, about people's minds and motives, as well as learning more about your circumstances and the power of your mind. This is the main energy I get from this card. The power of your mind is infinite. Thoughts become things. And I feel like you're going to be very reflective over the coming weeks about what you truly want. And you're going to see those things start to show up in your world in 2024. So I definitely see if you're in a career, you're moving up the ladder. And if you're in the community and you're wanting to get a little bit more involved or be appreciated for what you bring to the table, I definitely see that you're going to be noticed. Also in terms of the family unit, because you are very much someone who cares about people around you, people that you consider your soul tribe. You may learn more about them. And if you have children, I definitely see that some of you are going to see how intelligent they are and how they're making really great choices for themselves. And you did this. You guided them to this point. So you should also be really proud of yourself if you're a parent. And parenting is very hard. So if nobody has told you that they appreciate you today, then I feel the energy of appreciation. They definitely do in their own way. And you're going to hear some sort of message, or they're going to communicate to you that they really appreciate your guidance and love in life. But also they're making their own way. And I feel like you are recognizing that too. It's like you're a team. And I feel like they are glad that you're on their side. Even when you're giving advice that sometimes sounds a little bit strict. I know you don't like to be the bad guy or the bad girl when you're telling your child, you know, how to do life, but at the same time, they recognize you've had experience and you need to play the role of the parent, which is to guide and say, due to my experience, this could be the outcome. So you make your choice based on what I've told you. I'm not telling you how to run your life. I'm guiding you based on the experience I've had. So I feel like a lot of you are imparting knowledge as you move through 2024 as well. So some of you, with that energy that I've got coming through, some of you may even decide to teach something that you know a lot about, because I feel like you are very intelligent. So you could be a mentor, could be a spiritual mentor, you could actually become a teacher, or, you know, someone who's qualified if you're going through getting your MA, or you're getting like serious like teaching degrees. Some of you could actually be moving into the teaching arena and helping others. And I feel the main energy is that you're curious about new lands, new experiences, new people, and, you know, out with the old, in with the new. And I definitely see that you are someone who's going to spread your wings in 2024, find a lot more fun, and take a lot more risks based on your experiences so far. Now, you also got this card, the one who flies. I know it says she who flies, but I like to call it the one who flies because I don't want to, you know, not include everybody in this energy. Dare, do, and reach. Whatever you're reaching for, you're going to accomplish it. There's going to be something to celebrate or a deal that comes in, and know that you are in a very safe and secure position to take some of those risks. But I feel like you've done your due diligence. I definitely see that you're not just going to launch yourself into something without investigating it first, okay? And I definitely see whatever it is you're reaching for, you're going to accomplish it. Now, of course, a lot of you, even though we got the Capricorn card there, it doesn't mean you're a Capricorn sun, moon, or rising. It just means you're tapping into this energy. And the start of the year, I mean, we're already in Capricorn season, as you can see with the energy right now. We're moving into January, which again is heavier Capricorn energy. So I feel like you're tapping into that sense of knowing what you want for the future, being a go-getter and making things happen. So you may be like setting your agenda, you may be writing intentions down, and I feel, look at that, we've got that little piggy bank there, so you're keeping your eyes on the money. It says they're ambitious, serious, shrewd, practical, resourceful, hardworking, cautious, enduring, patient, disciplined, and wise. And I mean, look at all the cards. They're all pointing to the same thing in its own way. So all of you have an incredible mind, and you're recognizing the power of that mind to get what you want in life and also get what you need, because there is a difference. You know, what we need comes to us when we need it most, but we must really focus and manifest it. And what we want is something different, and it may take a little bit longer to manifest in our world because the universe tends to deliver what we need first before what we really want, okay? So I feel like you're sorting through what you need and what you want on two different lists, and you're taking major strides to accomplish that and see your hard work pay off. Now, also, the Capricorn energy is, it's a very exciting energy because whilst you're being very shrewd, ambitious, and serious about the next steps in your world, there's also an energy of trying to make life a little bit different, to see the world, to experience new cultures, new lands, or meet new people and have new experiences. Capricorn energy is an earth energy. So basically, it means you need stability and grounding before you can go off and explore all that life has to offer, or, you know, have new experiences where you can be a little bit more frivolous. So I feel like you're setting yourself up with all this secure energy before you go off and do something daring. This is something you've been preparing since 2023 and maybe even before. So I definitely see that you are on solid ground to, you know, shake things up a little bit. That's the energy that I've got coming through there for you. Now, we also have number 17, okay? Now, this may be a very relevant number for you as you move through 2024, okay? 17 is a star energy, which means there's a brighter future to look forward to. It indicates new hope, renewal. It also indicates that you're looking at life in a new way, and you're opening yourself up to a healthier way of living, whether that's through, you know, eating habits, sleeping patterns, whether it's the company that you keep or what you watch on TV or what you absorb and listen to on podcasts or the radio, or even your environment. You're choosing the healthier option. And definitely when it comes to relationships as well, you're being very discerning about the company that you keep. But also it indicates there is a brightness. You're learning to shine your light, and you're not going to like live in the shadows or be that homebody all the time in 2024. I feel like you're getting out there and happening to life. Look at those dice there. It's like a risk. So I feel like you're taking the right risks in order to make life a lot more interesting, and things are going to pay off for you. Now, this card, it literally means that you have received it because you have stability and protection within your home space and within the environment that you have chosen to call home. Also, this card relates to family, okay, and those feelings of security or people that you call your soul tribe, and how settled you feel in your home life. But also, there's a very important message with this card. Whilst you have stability, I just want to get this card for you there. Whilst you have the stability, okay, within relationships, within your environment, you're also opening yourself up to risk, okay, just to make life interesting. Because if you get in a sort of cycle of repeat, which I feel 2023 has been a bit of a cycle of repeat for you, it can get a little bit dull. It can get a little bit boring. I mean, some of you may have even thought about going into real estate. And I feel these times, you know, it may be a little bit difficult. There'll be a bit more flexibility during this time. I feel there's lots of ups and downs in the housing market as we move through 2024. I gotta say there's more downs than ups. Okay, I'm gonna say that right now. But what I'm getting here is that you are in a protected state and that you have stability. Now, also this card is where you feel like you are home, okay? So a lot of you may be wondering where you belong, doing a lot of soul searching over the next coming weeks and months. Some of you may be trying to live a more organic way of living. Some of you may desire to live off the land, or maybe even like move into a property that has a garden or some sort of nature around you. Some of you may even think about going abroad, overseas, emigrating, or even like learning how to work overseas. These may be just ideas that are are floating around at the moment in your mind. What if I did this? Because I feel a lot of you are in the what if stages as you move through the next 6 weeks, but all those what ifs will become things in 2024. So I definitely see a lot of exciting time for you there as well. Now also, this card can indicate that, you know, you're trying to find a wonderful place to dwell in. Well, you're going to do a really good deal if you're looking for property to purchase. And of course, I feel like you'll sell if you're looking to sell just before things get a little bit intense in the housing market there. But this is more about you feeling settled, feeling like you belong. And a lot of you may have felt, especially if you've been bullied when you were younger, a lot of you may have felt that you're a bit of a lone wolf, that you haven't quite belonged in places and you're searching for your soul tribe. So if you are that person who's searching for your soul tribe, 2024, you're going to meet people who are vibing at a frequency that you are. You may meet these people in places where you do a hobby or at the gym, or even like, you know, learning something, maybe a qualification, or, you know, you're even picking up like a small class. You know, even if it's a 6-week class or something in person, I feel like you're going to meet people that you will remain in contact with long term and they become friends for life. But this is all about dominating your energy. It's about reestablishing your power and also being really curious about what's next. You're someone who is an old soul, but you don't tend to look your age. You tend to look a lot younger than your age, and you may get lots of compliments in 2024. You know, 2023, some of you may have felt tired, exhausted, unmotivated, or feeling that that lust for life has in some way been missing because you've been trying to create stability in your world. You've been focusing on finances. You've been looking at the world at large and seeing how it's changing beyond recognition and how there are some major changes to come. So it may have made you feel a little bit like lackluster, but I definitely see that vitality returning to you. You're going to have a lot more energy. A lot of you are going to focus on foods that give you the right amount of energy and keep your hormones in balance so that you are, you know, clear of mind and that you are expressing yourself. It's almost like you're challenging yourself for 2024 to live life on your own terms, march to the beat of your own drum, and, you know, change your life around in some way. Number 10 is the Wheel of Fortune energy. So that means there's a lot of luck that you can access in 2024 and that things are changing for the up. But you're looking to the future and you're being hopeful. Despite circumstances that may have tried to knock you down, I feel like you're getting back up again. And, you know, 2024 is going to be different for you and you're going to move differently through it as well. And I see that all challenges, you're leaving it in 2023 and you're using the knowledge that you acquired in that year in order to change your 2024 for the better. And I see lots more money, as I said, lots more fruitful energy coming out. You really ticking a lot of things off your list and getting things done, okay? You're definitely spreading wings and trying new, exciting things and exploring aspects of yourself that perhaps you felt like you lost touch with along the way over the last couple of years. Because, of course, we've all gone through very challenging times over the last couple of years. And it's almost like getting back to that sense of grounding or stability or feeling like you know where you're at and not having that sense of... It's not paranoia. I want to be clear. It's not paranoia. It's like, you know, some of us start to think, could all those challenges return? So we start to live a little bit on edge. And I feel like you're starting to let that energy dissipate a little bit more in order to just go out there and happen to life. Okay. Now, I also want to be clear that, you know, obviously the candle's gone out there. So I definitely see that some of you, it's hard to do new things. Okay. It's been challenging. And that's why I feel that lackluster that perhaps you've been experiencing. But I definitely see that you are going to change things around in 2024. And also, I really want to be clear that just because Capricorn came out there, it doesn't mean that you have Capricorn energy in your chart. It just means you're tapping into this period right now to use it for your benefit, to go out there and accomplish amazing things, to make life happen on your terms, and to accumulate lots of rewards going forward as well. Now, in real time, I'm just going to do some shuffling and see what else is coming out there for you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide beautiful Pile 1? What else do they need to know for their highest good? Can you please guide them? What are they meant to see? we have the Three of Wands. Look into the future. Some of you have put your life on hold to really strategize the path ahead. Some of you are opening yourself up to different travel destinations. You're opening yourself up to being on the right path. You're following your heart. And I feel like you're open to all the rewards that are coming towards you. It's almost like this year you're saying yes to everything. Of course, you're having healthy boundaries and saying no to the things that don't vibe with you. But ultimately, I feel like you are curious. You're open to following your heart. You're connecting to your true life's purpose. And we got the Tower there. You're coming out of the comfort zone. And we got the Five of Wands. Yes, some of you have been through some major challenges, and that's why you felt like you had to stay very still for a while just to really recalibrate your world in some way and get back to best. Now, as I said here, we got the Three of Wands. So that means you're on the right track, you're following your heart, and there's an expanse of opportunities headed in your direction, and you're open to all of it. So there's definitely some really great opportunities coming in. If you're in the career sector and you're currently looking for work, I definitely see opportunities coming your way. Almost to the point where you're going to turn a couple down and say, that's not meant for me because that's not valuing what I bring to the table and what my skill set is. So I definitely see that the right opportunity, the right pay is going to come towards you, and you're going to get a little bit more than you expected as well. For those of you who are retired, I feel like you may be looking at new destinations of where you want to take your life and your curiosity. I definitely see you're tapping into that sense of your inner child and your true life's purpose. You're learning more about yourself and your family, but also learning more about your comfort zones and how, you know, the world is your oyster. And I feel like you're being a bit of a maverick and getting out there and expressing yourself, but also doing new things that you've never done before. Maybe things that you've always wanted to do when you were younger, but never had the time because you were always working. I definitely get a sense here that you're breaking out, you're liberating yourself, and you are looking at the world like it is your oyster, it is your playground. And I feel like you're going to be very savvy with your finances and make those resources work in your favor so that you can afford to explore all that you wish to, okay? So you're going to find really great deals, for example. I feel like you're going to hold off and travel when you find that really great deal, and you're going to get it at a really great discounted price. Now, also we have the Page of Cups. Some of you, okay, you've been learning more about yourself, learning to love yourself. That's what this card is initially. It's about the reflection of yourself and learning that you are a gift, okay? The Page of Cups is a card of that first recognition that you must fall in love with yourself first before you can offer love to anybody else. And I feel it's almost like you've had to relearn that because experiences have taught you otherwise. Experiences have knocked you down in some way and broken your confidence. But I feel like you're getting back to best. And I definitely see that you are recognizing that you are that gift. A lot of you are focusing on your true north, your true life's purpose path. And I feel like you recognize you have a lot to offer on that. Dreams do come true. That may be something that perhaps you have been a bit of a realist. Whilst you recognize that dreams can come true, I feel like there's been hardship and you found it difficult to explore or experience new things. But I feel these changes that come in 2024 are going to be really good for you and for your path, okay? Also, the Page of Cups can indicate love news. So if you're looking for love, there is a high potential for you to meet your soulmate, okay? It's the potential for this to develop. But I feel some of you, you need to come out of your comfort zone a little bit more to find this person. Okay, you're divinely meant to meet this person, but I feel like you meet them outside somewhere. So it could be outside at a course of learning or in nature or at a festival or traveling. I feel like you meet this person like out of your home space. So even if you're online dating, I feel like you'll still meet someone outside, okay, in a public arena in some way. And I feel this person's been through challenges just like you. It's really interesting. They're showing me this person, the shape of their wounds are the shape of your wounds. So that's the energy that I've got coming through. So they understand you on a different levels. This is a new person that's coming in. So if you are looking for love, there's definitely, new love on the horizon for you there as well. If you're already in a relationship, I feel both of you have had a lot of challenges, but I feel both of you are recognizing that united you stand together and that you need to come out of being stuck in a rut. I feel it seems to be the same argument or the same challenge that keeps coming around and around. And I feel 2024 is the year where you break that luck or you break that cycle with this person. And I feel there's an energy here of rebuilding, okay? So if you've been going through challenging times with a partner, I see it's a year to rebuild. 2024 is a great one for that. Also, if you're in a happy relationship and you haven't had challenges, I definitely see that you and this person are looking to move abroad, or you're thinking about buying a new property. I feel a move on the horizon. It's going to be difficult, don't get me wrong. I feel like it's going to be a challenge, is what I see there. But the right property is going to come along, and I feel that the challenge that I see, it's so weird. It's like something may take a little bit longer than expected. There may be like a deadline, and it's almost like the 11th hour it gets sorted. And manage your stress levels through that, okay? Because what is meant for you will never pass you by, so breathe. Even if it feels like everything is shifting and it's not going the way you'd hoped for, it is all going to come together. So manage your stress levels. I definitely see the majority, I mean the whole group, pile one, you're looking at your stress levels and, you know, what triggers you. And I feel like you're trying to, you know, delay any responses. You're trying not to allow your emotions to overwhelm a situation. And I feel it's not that you're trying to, you know, suppress anything. I don't see that at all. I feel like you're just looking at your responses and managing what's important and what's not important. So for example, you know, if you hear something that is directly affecting you in a personal way that will matter 5 years down the line, of course, you're going to have a reaction to that. However, if like someone cuts in line when you're like trying to go for a coffee, if you normally get frustrated with that, I feel like you're looking at it like, come on, just let it go. It's fine. It doesn't matter. So I feel like you're managing your stress levels and managing your reactions as well. Now, of course, we have the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is actually to be in training, because the next card up is the Six of Wands, which means, you know, victory, overcoming any challenges to get what you want. And I see here that you are challenging yourself in a really healthy way. Five of Wands is also, of course, to manage stress levels, but I see here with the Five of Wands, some of you are creatively brainstorming on how to bloom and blossom in life and how to accomplish something that has been difficult for you. And as you can see there, it's like the gloves are off this person, and there are thorns on that rose there. So I feel like a lot of you have created a level of stability in your life and comfort, and whilst that is wonderful, it's very important, some of you may feel a little bit stuck in a rut or a little bit bored with your circumstances, and it's almost like the gloves are off, because now you want to experience things in a new way. And that doesn't mean that you want to feel the, you know, pain of the thorns, not at all. I feel like you're using that level of stability to change your circumstances for the positive and, you know, win basically, and prove to yourself that you did it, and you're only proving to yourself. And we've got the Tower energy here as well. Now the Tower is not to be feared. The Tower indicates a liberation. You know, sometimes we build that tower to protect ourselves, and, you know, it's almost like there's no way in, there's no way out. If you've been hurt in love in the past, for example, we build a shield around our heart naturally to prevent being hurt ever again. And that also prevents new love from getting in as well. So it's important to recognize where you're building a boundary and not a wall. Okay, so I feel with the Tower energy, this is to liberate yourself out of a stuck cycle, because the universe may send lots of signs and symbols to you in the next coming weeks where you need to take a leap of faith. Normally there's two figures leaping out of the Tower, because it's more important to take that leap of faith. And you've got that Curiosity card there, which connects to the Fool card. It's more important to take a leap of faith rather than to remain stuck in where you are right now. And if you don't take that leap of faith, that's when the universe comes along and sends a bit of a lightning bolt to the Tower to set it on fire. It makes us feel uncomfortable. And as soon as we start to feel uncomfortable in a circumstance, the universe is saying, we told you to change. We told you to take a different route, or to liberate yourself from that toxic situation that was not right for you. You didn't listen. So now I got to up the ante and make it feel a little more uncomfortable. And now you got to take the leap. So normally in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, there was a figure leaping out of the tower, and then there's another figure that's falling out backwards. So it's like, do you want to be prepared, take that leap and make that decision yourself, or do you want the universe to push you out the window of the tower and say, now it's time for change? So I feel like you're taking back the power in your life and you're changing your circumstances. There's a list I feel like you've got for 2024, and every single thing on that list I feel you will accomplish in 2024, and you're taking major strides to make it happen. You're secure. So take that leap of faith, and I feel there's a lot more abundance and prosperity and more finances available to you as well in 2024. Okay, now I'm just going to go and get a trinket or a rune before we close. Okay, what did we get for you? We actually got the sun. I'm loving that. Okay, so I just need to come over this side because I'm trying to navigate from one side, which is here. Of course, I'm behind the camera, so I'm just trying to navigate. But you got the sun rune. So that is about light. It's about shining your light. It's about personal development and growth. But it's also about seeing the way forward, and with positivity you lead. And I definitely see there's a prosperous 2024 headed in your direction, okay? So I'll leave it there, my beautiful pile one. I hope something in that message resonates for you. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press that little bell. It lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, beautiful pile one. Love and light. Well, hello, beautiful pile two. Welcome to your reading. You have been learning a major lesson about your health in 2023, especially when it comes to food substances. You may have found yourself looking at quick fixes and how they affect your hormones or how they affect your body. I definitely see a lot of you have been regulating the way that you eat certain foods. You may have come across something that you're allergic to or intolerant to, or something that changes your mood so noticeably that you've been deciding to cut things out and create a lot of balance in your life. I definitely feel like you've been doing you in 2023, and that will continue as you move through 2024, not in a selfish way, but more in a sense of what do you need in your life and what do you want that will make you happy. I feel like you're someone who tends to focus on other people's needs sometimes. You may actually lose yourself or part of yourself in trying to help others. And whilst that is a wonderful trait that you have, sometimes you tend to forget about yourself, or you don't have time to focus on yourself. So I feel like it makes you a little bit frustrated or restless, and you're finding ways to balance out life a little bit more. Now, some of you may have had an issue with trying to pick a card when it came to this particular pick a card. You may have been undecided between pile 1 and pile 2, okay? And there are some similarities in the energy. But I feel for you, I feel this period is about reaching your full potential. I feel you've had a lot of experiences that have tried to hold you back in 2023, and a lot of you have felt really frustrated with the energy. It's almost like you've been walking through mud. You felt everything's been a really slow process, and I can see that you are definitely so over 2023 and hoping that 2024 brings more excitement and more opportunities for you to experience new things. I definitely see a lot of you are going to be focused on your body, mind, and soul transformation. A lot of personal development and growth has been going on. I feel a lot of you have been healing your heart from previous wounds, whether it's childhood wounding, whether it was that you were bullied when you were younger, or even had a major heartbreak in your life at some point. I really feel that 2023 for you has been a year of stillness and healing, okay? And I feel like you are so ready for change. You're so ready for more excitement. It's almost like you want life to get a little bit more fizzy again. And some of you are definitely reconnecting to your sense of self, or to aspects of self that you feel like you've neglected or lost touch with as you've become older and mature, because I feel like you're tapping into that inner child. So there's definitely some correlation between pile 1 and pile 2, of course, but I'm going to move on from that now and really focus on your energy. You may have noticed we've got 2 bottles here, and both of them are fizzy. And, you know, I shuffled each deck separately, asking for the energy that you are needing to hear and see over the next coming weeks and beyond into 2024. And those two cards popped out. So, you know, there is a correlation here that number one, there is definitely something to celebrate as you move into 2024 and beyond. I actually see there's a lot of exciting wins that come in for you in 2024, but also I feel like you're learning about the quick fix. And that's in relationships, it's in food substances, it's in environments, and it's also in terms of your temptations. So you may have noticed that some things, whilst they feel really good and maybe temporary, you may be looking for a little bit more stability and grounding in your life. So this could be through relationships, friendships. I feel like you're not bending over backwards for people and their needs all the time. I feel like you are establishing your power and you're looking at what you and your body need. And I feel a lot of you are going to open yourself up to more spiritual awareness to develop your spiritual gifts. But also I feel there's this major grounding that happens for you in 2024 where you reconnect to nature, reconnect to you know, your conscious mind, and, you know, you live life with purpose. I feel like you are reestablishing your beliefs and your philosophies in life, and you're being very precise about what it is that you want. And you're certainly going to get it as well, okay? Now, the first card here we have is potential, okay? And I feel like you're recognizing that you have a lot of potential that perhaps you haven't tapped into just yet. I see a lot of hidden talents that you have. Now, these may be talents that you are aware of, but you really haven't developed or really haven't explored just yet. But 2024 is going to bring more of that. You're going to be very creative, but also I feel that you are going to do a lot more traveling in 2024. You may not feel like it right now, and some of you may be looking at your resources and thinking, nope, that ain't going to happen for a little while, but the universe is going to send you extra resources for 2024, and I feel like you're going to have lots of quick trips, lots of vacations, and I feel like it doesn't have to be abroad. It could be you exploring your neighborhood in a different way, or maybe just checking out of town for a little bit, but I feel like you're going to be on the road a little bit more in 2024. And as you can see here, it says trying out your wings, budding talent, restlessness, air travel, upward progress. There's something new that you're trying to establish in your life, whether it's a project, whether it's a new business, an entrepreneurship, whether it's a new way of living. This new experience for 2024, it's like new you, new everything. I feel like it's going to be something long term, and it brings a lot more excitement, positivity, and abundance into your world as well. And if you are looking for love, I see a soulmate on the horizon for you for 2024. I feel like you'll marry this person, whoever this person is, okay? And some of you, if you're in a high level commitment already, I feel like you and the person that you're with, if you're not married, I definitely get a sense here that your person will pop the question. There's something to celebrate here for sure. Obviously, you know, when this happens, act surprised, like you didn't know it was going to happen, because you don't want to spoil the effort that this person is going to go through. Now, some of you, when they do pop the question, some of you may be wondering, are you ready to make this commitment? Of course, you love this person, but some of you, you don't give your heart away easily. And although, you know, you love this person and you've given them, you know, a part of you, at the same time, you may be a little bit hesitant about making that big commitment. It may feel a little bit, you know, scary that you've never done it before. But I see that you and this person, you are perfect for each other. And I feel that this is a very loving relationship where this person celebrates you and supports you as much as you celebrate them. So I feel both of you, you know, are really good together. And some of you, especially in 2023, or a little bit before that as well, you've been learning the difference between lust and love, and who is temporary in your life and who sticks around when, you know, the going gets tough. And I feel like you recognize that people who are not present when you're going through hard times, those people do not deserve a place in your life when you're on the up and you're having that glow up, because 2024 is your glow up year, okay? So lots of, you know, great experiences, you shining your wonderful light. I definitely see there's some rewards coming in your way, and you're going to be at the top of your game in life. And I feel like you're leading with your heart, and there's so much exciting things coming towards you. It's almost like you're going to have new people gravitating towards you and entering your life in 2024, but also you're going to notice the people that you already have history with trying to re-enter your life, but they do not deserve a place in your life. So I feel like you're being really discerning about the company that you keep, okay? Now, some of you are going to launch new businesses, as I said, entrepreneurialships or new projects, and I feel this is going to be an exciting experience where you are the figurehead of something, or you're a leader in some way, a boss, or you are establishing your power in a situation. And I feel, you know, there are going to be lots of moments where you have to congratulate yourself, to take credit for your wins, because sometimes you tend to focus on the next steps. You're always looking to the future, and you need to take stock of all that you've accomplished, because you have come a long way. I feel a lot of you have been stuck in a bit of a rut, and you have been frustrated. You know, this card, it even indicates you've been thirsty for something, or thirsty for something new. And it says here, seeking more excitement, thirsty for something, feeling refreshed and rejuvenated, and getting your energy levels back. So a lot of you are noticing what drains your energy, whether it's a person, a food substance, whether it is an environment, or whether it is a way of thinking. Because remember, sometimes we can be our harshest critic, and we can allow those negative thoughts to really derail us from our plans. But I feel 2024 is going to be different, because 2023 was really a year where you started to notice how sometimes when you're about to do something really great, you may notice that little voice inside your head that tries to sabotage you, or even like raises ghosts from the past of experiences or people who tried to hurt you or knock you off your path. Those little memories come back and try to derail you, and they try to stop you from being your great self. And I feel 2024 is a year of greatness for you, and I feel like nothing or nobody is going to get in your way. You're unstoppable, okay? But I definitely see that you are feeling that it's almost like things have changed, but not really at all. It feels that something within you has changed, and I feel you're trying to adapt to this. A lot of you have felt that, you know, you have in some way kept to yourself, or you've been keeping a lid on your feelings in some way. And if you notice, this bottle, it has the cap on it, and now this one is like, it's like letting loose. It's like allow yourself to express your wonderful, unique self, all those pent-up emotions. Some of you may have been like feeling on autopilot or numb over the last couple of months or years, and feeling like you're just doing life, and it just feels like you're not stopping to really enjoy the moment or recognize that, you know, things are shifting and emotions are shifting. It just feels like there's been a numbness, and you've been frustrated and wanting to do something new or tap into that part of yourself that really sees the excitement in the world. Because some of you may have felt a little bit jaded, but I'm really getting the sense here that it's like you've been in the cocoon stage of life, where you're in a period of personal development and growth. Now, personal development and spiritual awakening is not a unicorns and rainbows moment. It's actually very, very difficult. You have to sort through the mud of life. And I feel a lot of you have been going through that in order to really find out who you are, or reconnect to that sense of self, or unveil yourself in a different way. This person is unveiling herself, and she's golden, okay? So it's like you are reaching your full potential in 2024. You're adhering to your own needs, body, mind, and soul. It literally says there, the body, identity, consciousness, ego, beauty, character, nature, gateway, beginnings, life philosophy, and awakening. And I feel like you have been going through a major awakening. Sorry, my guides are asking me to look at this card a little bit closer, so I have to bring it close to me right now. One moment, please. Sorry about this. Okay, major gateway is headed towards you. I mean, okay, thanks so much. I'm truly grateful. They are indicating the ivy. I'll show it to you now in a moment. The ivy, as you can see here, it's like, you know, it has the potential to be negative. Okay, and on this side, it's like been taken away. So I feel like you're noticing what's good for you, what's not good for you. And also, you know, don't shoot the messenger when I say this, okay? Because I don't like to tell people what to do, and I'm not doing that. I'm just giving you what I can see because I'm also scrying in the water. And not many images have been coming up for this particular reading, but what they just show me is lots of greens, lots and lots of greens, like cabbages, spinach, you know, pak choy, you know, loads of greens, broccolis, all of that. They're just showing me all of that. So perhaps some of you are promising yourself that you're going to eat more of that, or maybe, you know, you need more iron. Perhaps that's going to help your energy levels, or you've noticed a fluctuation in your hormones in some way and you're trying to regulate it in some way. So I definitely get a sense here that diet is something that perhaps has been your focus a little bit more. And it's not that you're not happy with yourself. I don't see that at all. I feel it's that you're noticing changes in your body in some way. Sometimes things that we used to eat a lot of, we can't do it anymore, or we can't tolerate it, or, you know, it just feels like something's shifting within you. And now you're just noticing that there are some things that you want to cut out of your diet and some things that you want to keep, okay? And I feel like it's something that you notice that changes you in some way. But also, I feel like you're having this major glow up. It's going to be new year, new you. And I feel like you're going to be very clear of mind. You're developing your spiritual gifts this year as well. In 2024, I feel like you're going to go from strength to strength, but there's a lot more freedom for you there too. Now, it says here, the one who guides, new path, guide, renewal. Okay, and I feel like you're so ready for change. And I also feel like it's almost like you're in strategy mode, where you are deciding what changes you need in your life, what you feel is necessary. You're making a wish, you're going to have it. You're definitely recognizing that thoughts become things, but I feel that 2023, even though you've had experiences and you may have felt really, really busy, but it also feels like there's been some sort of stillness in your life. Like one area of your life has remained stagnant, and I feel like you're going to focus on that and you're not looking back. I feel like you're changing that in a really positive way. So if you feel like you haven't achieved a certain goal, or you didn't get enough money, or you haven't met the love of your life, or you didn't do as much traveling as you'd hoped for, whatever it is you feel like you lack right now, you're going to have it in 2024, and you're going to have a lot of it. So I definitely see that you're opening yourself up to a new way of living, and I feel with this renewal card, it just feels very much like there's a brighter future to look forward to. And something you've been waiting for, there's some sort of news that you've been waiting for is coming your way. And this is the message that comes from it. I'm not really sure why it's connected, but I'm being given that something that you will celebrate, you are ready. So for example, if you just launched a new business, you're ready to be the boss of your own company, and you're going from strength to strength. However, you may have doubted whether it will do well or whether it's going to take off. And I definitely see that you're ready to do this, and you're going to see the rewards of your success. Also, if, for example, you've been in a period of healing and you have not been ready to open up to love or friendships, or even to get out there and explore, you know, new avenues in life, I feel 2024, you are ready to open yourself up to these new experiences. And as you can see there, this person's not even looking. And not looking outward, but obviously looking inward. And I feel that you're connecting more to nature, to your spiritual gifts, to your intuition, and you are ready to launch this new path, this new way of living. Some of you, you're thinking about moving abroad, or you're doing things that you've never done before. And that's why also it connects a little bit to pile number 1, because I definitely see that there is a correlation of wanting new experiences, reaching your full potential, and, you know, bringing more spontaneity and more fun into your life, because you may have felt that things got a little bit stagnant there. But with that first house energy, I feel like you're changing your landscape, changing your script and your narrative, and I definitely see that you're rising above any challenges, and I feel wishes are going to come a lot easier to you, because you're learning more to not control your emotions and thoughts, but you're learning to regulate and be more in balance and harmony with your outer and inner worlds there as well, okay? Now, of course, we do have the celebration card. It's number 6. 6 is the number of balance, but it's also the number of the universe sending a resource to you, something that perhaps you've been waiting for. I mean, look, there's lots of disco balls there as well. So I feel like you're going to do a lot more partying or have a lot more events in 2024 to go to. Also, there's lots of doves there flying. So I feel like it's almost like you're shaking things up a little bit. You know, you're putting the cat amongst the pigeons in your life in some way, but also you're bringing peace, because I feel like you come to the fore in some way, and you reach your goals, and you're just really happier with your circumstances in 2024. Even though you may have been happy to some degree with 2023, I do feel like you're kind of over it a little bit and you're looking forward to the future. But the celebration card, it literally means a win. It means something you've been waiting for is being delivered. Also, this could be news that comes in. There's some major news, is what I'm feeling here, in and around your birthday. Okay, so even if your birthday is in like December 2024 or January 2024 or even July 2024, in and around your birthday, there is some major news that you're going to be so excited about. You're going to like celebrate it as a monumental moment in your life that you'll never forget, okay? And also, I mean, there's lots of other things to celebrate in 2024, but I feel like there's a big one that happens in and around your birthday, give or take like 2 weeks, either side of that, okay? Now also, I feel there is a special occasion that happens in 2024. This could be, you know, if you've got children, for example, they may graduate, or, you know, you hear of an engagement, or you hear of a pregnancy or a marriage. I feel like there's some event as well, major event that you'll prepare for throughout the year that is so exciting and it brings people together, okay? And I feel like you really shine your light. If you're in a career, I feel like you're noticing something that perhaps you've been putting up with for a while, something or somebody who's been underestimating your talents. You've hit a glass ceiling in some area of your career, and I feel like 2024, you smash through that glass ceiling. So some of you may actually decide to leave a position because you're putting your own needs first. Some of you may actually decide to launch a business or a side hustle in some way. And I feel like the rewards will be infinite from that as well. You are ready. Now also, I feel like some of you have been learning the gift of patience. I mean, sometimes it feels like patience is not a gift, right? Because sometimes we want something, we want it now, we work really hard towards it. But patience allows us pause. It allows us to notice whether we want something that is important or whether it's something that is, you know, frivolous in our life. It gives us an opportunity to really, you know, manifest things in the circumstances that we ask them for. You know, I always say this, words are important. They are spellings. They are cast out to the universe. And we have to be very precise about what it is that we want. And I definitely see that you are being very precise. Many years ago, I asked for something very flippantly to the universe. I didn't really want it the way I'd asked for it. It was kind of like a joke with a friend. And I got it exactly the way I asked for it, like within a month. And it actually was not very good for me. It was something that I was joking with a friend about. And, you know, I really didn't want it. But it was like I tempted fate. And basically, it showed up for me, and it was a very negative experience in my life. And it really taught me about the power of the mind and the power of words. And then we have to be very careful about those words that we use and how we express ourselves, because the universe is listening. Just like the body is listening, the skin is listening, your heart is listening. We all have that inner narrative in our mind, and we kind of go, I really wish this would happen. Choose your words carefully. And also when you are, because I feel like some of you have been learning a lot of lessons about the power of your mind, especially because of that first house, you know, the third eye and the crown chakra for you, to know of your greatness, to know of your full potential. And that sometimes that critical little voice comes in to try and derail you. I feel like you're noticing it a lot more and you're trying to change it in some way. It's almost like you're changing things around to be a lot more positive. And there are more positive experiences coming on in for you as well. Now, these two cards also highlight a little bit more spontaneity is necessary for you to bring balance into your life. Because I feel like some of you, you may have been in a little bit of a rut recently, or you felt in some way that you've been moving through mud. but I feel like you're opening yourself up to new exciting ventures and new experiences, new cultures, new ways of living. And I feel that you are not going to look back. And this year, I feel in 2024, when I'm saying this year, I mean 2024, you are going to be doing you in a really healthy, positive way. Of course, you're going to attract good opportunities, good relationships, and I feel like you're carving out a space in your world where you establish your power and people appreciate you and they notice you for all your accomplishments. But mainly, I feel like you're noticing what is good for you and what is not good for you, okay? Because I'm getting this energy of something that's a little bit sickly sweet in your world. Okay, something you've had a little bit too much of. It may have been something you enjoyed at first, but you're noticing it's not good for you anymore. Okay, so I'm just going to try and give you an example. So for example, I love listening to podcasts just before I go to bed, right? It was my guilty pleasure. As soon as I get into bed, I'm all tucked up, cozy, getting warm. You know, the sheets have been really cold, but then I start to warm up and I'm like, head under the duvet. I put my podcast on and I'm like listening to it until I fall asleep, right? This is something I used to do. And I loved it. Right at the beginning, it was, you know, a major discovery. And then suddenly I started to notice I was getting up in the morning a little bit cranky, I was drained, and I was like, what's that all about? And I recognized that actually I was choosing like a podcast and then I'd fall asleep midway and then it would tick over to something else that I didn't choose. And it could have been something negative, I don't even know. And it was infiltrating me as I fell asleep. And I would wake up changed in some way. So I feel like you're noticing something perhaps may have been a guilty pleasure that felt really good or feels really good, but you're noticing it's not for you anymore. I started to notice it was better for me to start manifesting and clear my mind before sleep, to, you know, take out any like electronic devices or not be on my phone, and then really see my life the way I imagine it should be, like I'm living it now. And then manifestation skills started to amplify and I started to draw things into my life that I really want, wishes becoming reality. So I definitely see that a lot of you are getting very clear about that. You're cleansing your body, mind, and soul, and you're eradicating things that perhaps aren't so good for you. Now I'm just going to get some final cards for you in real time, just to see what other messages are coming your way. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful pile 2? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to see? Now, your deck is very chaotic, okay? So that can mean that some of you have had a lot of ups and downs recently. You're trying to, look, we've got the Tower. Now, pile number 1, they also got a Tower. So some of you have been really stuck in a rut. You may have had major changes, chaotic moments. Those 2 cards want to come out as well. Some things may have even shocked you. But it's an end to Tower moments, okay? I feel like some of you are actually opening yourself up to new experiences. They want one more, so I'm going to give it to you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful pile 2? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to see? Can you please guide them? We've got the 9 of Wands and we've got the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. So I do have an energy coming through, and this may not resonate with everyone, but I have to mention it because it is coming through. Some of you may have gone through some major life-changing experiences in 2023 that really shook you, okay? Now, this could be a loss of a job, a loss of a circumstance, a loss of a person. And I'm sending you a huge hug out there, so much love. I wish I could just, you know, reach down the camera and scoot you all up and we just hug, because there are literally no words. And we can never, ever truly understand what another person is going through. We can have a similar experience and we can try and empathize, but we can never truly understand what another person goes through, okay? And I feel that some of you have gone through some major shifts that have really like shaped the landscape of your world in a different way. And you're just recalibrating your world and trying to reshape it. Okay, and I feel if you've lost a person, for example, again, huge hugs for you and so much love and respect out there, because I know it's a challenging time, but I'm being given like a sign for you. So just one moment, please. Okay. Okay, there's 2. and I'm not sure how they're related. One is a balloon with lots of confetti in it. Okay, a balloon that's got lots of confetti in it. The energy I'm getting from that is like a balloon is an energy that represents fun, you know, spontaneity, but also it can be popped. So it's like, you know, enjoy the moment because we never know how long it's going to last. That's the energy I've got coming through there. And I feel like there is something to celebrate. Balloons really show up when we're celebrating something. So I feel your sign, when you see balloons, it means your person is there with you and celebrating your wins and they're with you during difficult times as well. So it may have been something sudden because balloons, you know, can represent sudden changes. So I feel your sign to know that they're around you is a balloon. There's confetti in it. It looks like it's very precise. They're showing me that there is confetti in it. So it's an important message there. Also a gold ring. Now I can't tell, the way that I'm being shown this gold ring, I can't tell if it's actually a gold ring that you would wear on a finger or whether it is a gold napkin ring. It's an odd one because it looks quite large. I mean, yeah, I'm just seeing a gold ring. Okay, so this could be something that was passed on to you, or perhaps it's something that's relevant in some way. So those are the images. This person, they love you so much. Okay, there's a lot of love here, and they're actually keeping you protected. Nine of Wands is a card of protection, and I feel like they're still like celebrating you and helping you through any challenging times. And I feel like they want you to open yourself up to taking that leap of faith and, you know, opening yourself up to life and trying to live it and enjoy it as much as humanly possible. Okay, so with love and respect, I'm going to step away from that energy. Other people, I mean, the rest of you, I'm getting an energy here of, you know, some major shifts, changing your landscape in some way. With the tower there, I mean, pile one, they got the tower as well. So this is like all change. And don't get me wrong, 2024, there's going to be a lot of major changes happening. And I feel we all have to be very flexible. The tower represents coming out of a comfort zone and liberating yourself. Some of you have felt very stuck in your circumstances. And I feel now is a major time to almost change your landscape in some way. You are the architect of your dreams and your goals. And I feel like you are aware that there's been a bit of a cycle of repeat happening in your world, and now you want to release yourself from that, especially since we have the Death card there. It's like an end to feeling stuck, an end to shocks, an end to having to rebuild. The Death card is like, you know, looking at bad habits, for example, and knowing that something needs to change. It's also an energy here of honoring our ancestors and those who've walked before us and recognizing that their journey taught us how to stand strong and move forward with resilience and power. And also the Death card is about new portals opening up for you, new landscapes, new paths, and being so ready for change. And I feel like you've been in a bit of a transition period. It's like you've been dormant, where you've been going through a process. As I mentioned earlier, you're in the cocoon stage where you have been almost like dissolving your sense of self so that you can reconnect with who you feel you are. You're rebuilding in some way. And now is the time for you to spread your wings and fly. 2024 is going to be a big year for you to fly, to rise up and be very successful and celebrate life. Also, we got the King of Cups here, which is to lead with your heart. You're someone who is super generous. You are someone who is gentle. You're someone who's kind, but also ferocious. You've also been, with the King of Cups there, you've been learning to navigate your emotions, become comfortable in your own skin, and also to reestablish your power and follow your heart. And I definitely see that you are doing that. And that King of Cups also, it's all about the love. You're looking at things that you love in life, and anything else, it doesn't really matter. I just feel like you are, you know, really focusing on things that make you happy. Now, also, we've got the Nine of Wands. So I feel like there have been some major challenges in 2023 for you. And it's like you've been the wounded warrior, but you haven't given up. You're moving strong and you're moving towards your goals and dreams and you're going to accomplish them. With the Nine of Wands, it can indicate that you've been doing a lot of questioning, and questioning is good because if we just rely on what we see in front of ourselves, sometimes that's about perspective. We have to tap into what's inside ourselves as well. And I feel like you're reigniting that passion and that lust for life. The Nine of Wands can indicate you're exhausted and you're looking at all the things in your life, people, experiences, circumstances that have been draining you, and you're powering up over the next coming weeks and months, especially since, you know, it's like getting your energy back. And the Nine of Wands, you're looking at sleeping patterns, you're looking at people, food substances, you're just looking at things that change your mindset and change your energy from day to day, from moment to moment. Like, for example, I can ride a subway and I have to protect my energy because there's so many people with so much frequency energy flying around. You're an empath. And I definitely see that you're noticing that certain circumstances and people really affect you. And I feel as you move into 2024, you're adjusting your path. You're still getting to where you want to go, but you're noticing what's good for you and what's not. And also we've got the Queen of Pentacles. You're someone who works really hard to accomplish whatever it is you want to accomplish. You invest yourself fully, okay? Now also, this can indicate like a relationship, okay? We've got a King of Cups there and a Queen of Pentacles there. So if you have been having challenging times with a person in your life, I definitely see that things will get better. It'll be changed. I feel like you're not giving up on the situation, but I feel like you're noticing that both of you have been stuck in a cycle of repeat, and now you're ready for change. Also, if you notice this Queen of Pentacles, she's having a major glow up, and 2024 is your year. Male or female, it's not a gender specific reading, it's about the energy. Queen of Pentacles is all about your stability. It's about the home life. It's about nurturing the people you care about, nurturing yourself, following your path, and attracting more abundance. Queen of Pentacles actually magnifies, amplifies, and multiplies wealth. So I definitely see a lot of you are attracting more finances in your world as well. Also, the Queen of Pentacles is about the home life. Where do you feel like you belong? Some of you may launch businesses from the home space, but this is more about nourishing yourself, body, mind, and soul, to be the best that you can be and set your soul and your life on fire. Because I feel like, you know, you've hit that glass ceiling. 2023 was enough. And now you're breaking through that cycle, that glass ceiling, and now you're going to fly, and there's infinite potential for you to be all that you can be. And you're going to celebrate a lot along the way. Now also I'm just going to get a room or a trinket for you before we close, okay? So we have the scales, okay? The first one is the scales there, all about balance. It's really interesting because of course you got number 6 there, which is the number of balance and harmony, but you're weighing up things in life. I feel like you're making some major adjustments and you're doing what is right for you, okay? And I feel like you're not allowing anyone to derail you from your path. Some of you also, you may have been going through some sort of legal issue. I feel things will come to a climax. Lead with integrity and honesty. It will go your way. I definitely see you may get some extra finances there as well. Some of you, if you have lost someone very dear to you, I know that you'd rather have the person, but you may have to deal with some inheritance or legalities about that. There will be delays, and there may be some things that come out in that inheritance that shock you, okay, is what I see. But I feel like, you know, you will, you know, move through this with a very strong presence is the energy that I'm being given. We also have a key there, okay? It's got a little heart, a little duty heart on the end. Can you see that? I hope you can. Okay, so planetary alignments, I feel like you are very much affected by planetary shifts, especially in your heart space, your heart chakra, okay? So this can indicate that sometimes you feel like the world is very heavy on your shoulders. You tend to give a lot of yourself, a lot of your heart, your soul, to situations, and you may notice that people don't give back in the same way. And you're recognizing that, you know, people, we can only meet each other as deeply as we have met ourselves. And you've got a King of Cups here. You're a very deep thinker. You're a very deep soul. You have a depth and wealth of emotions and experience that other people just don't have. And sometimes they cannot meet you on the level that you're on, and they can't take the journey that you're taking either. And that's okay. Sometimes people are sent to us for a season and a reason, and I feel like you're noticing that. Again, it's this energy of you noticing what's good for you, what's not. okay? And that things are temporary in your life in some way. And I feel like the good things stay. And also we have a little bit of a part there with a hole in it and an arrow, and it actually says love. I'll bring it up to the camera maybe. Oh, there you go. Okay, so wounded, the wounded warrior. For some of you, if you had a major breakup in 2023, love is going to knock on your door again, okay? And it will not be the same as last time. I don't feel, sorry, this camera is really playing up. It will not end in a difficult way. I feel this is someone that you're meant to be with. Let me see if I can shift this. Can it focus? Oh, yes, there we go. So that's an indication that you're following your heart, and you may have had some disappointments in 2023, things that did not go your way. And that's not just in terms of love. This could be in terms of your projects, in terms of your hopes and dreams, but all is not lost. I definitely get a sense here that things are going to be right on target. You're going to get what you want and also what you need. And I feel like you're following your heart, and you will reach a point where you will celebrate. And finally, let me just get the camera's now obviously gone a little bit out of sync there. So let me just get that back for you. And finally, you got the hero rune. Let me just adjust the camera for that one as well. I kid you not, this rune literally means potential, reaching your potential. And the fact that you've got the potential card right there at the beginning, that says a lot. This rune tells me that you have some new beginnings happening for you in a lot of areas of your life, but also that you're going to have more freedom, more expression, and I feel things are going to come to a positive conclusion for you. But ultimately, you've been noticing the consequence of your actions, the choices that you've been making and how they affect your life, both for the negative and for the positive. And I feel like you're choosing really wisely as you move into 2024. And I feel some really great stuff is coming your way, and there will be a lot to celebrate. Okay. Also, I'm being given that this symbol will be relevant for you as well. Okay. Just bring it closer again so you can see it. This symbol is actually going to be relevant for you. So it could be that it's a sign or a symbol of a logo of a company, perhaps, or perhaps it's going to be a doodle that you do when you're thinking about something, a new idea, and suddenly you're like, oh, that's the symbol. That means that this idea is going to be very lucrative. It's going to be very successful indeed. And I feel that rune actually marks the end of a very difficult period in your life. And don't get me wrong, life is all about ups and downs, but I feel things are about to get infinitely better for you, and resources that you feel like you lack are actually headed in your direction. But ultimately, I feel like you're focusing on you, your journey, your true north, and you're right on target to accomplish some really great stuff in 2024, okay? So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in that reading for you, beautiful pile 2. If it does, please like and subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, beautiful pile 2, and love and light. Well, hello, beautiful pile 3. Welcome to your reading. Wow, I can see that you've experienced a lot of challenge over the last year. You may have had a lot of plot twists. I definitely see an energy of rebuilding in this reading in particular, and I'm getting this energy of getting back on track. So you may have come across obstacles, or you may have had really tough lessons in 2023, learning about the gift of resilience. But you will rise. I get an energy here of you overcoming adversity, embracing that wild, free spirit that nothing is ever going to pin you down or prevent you from getting to where you want to go. And I definitely see that you've been creatively learning to be flexible in uncertain times. And I see here that there is more success on the horizon for you, but some of you may return to things that you felt did not go your way, okay? So whether it was a project, an experience, a relationship, you may return to this in order to make it evolve in a more positive light or get a better outcome from it. So you may return to a lot of things that you started but didn't finish, or you could actually return to work if you've been out of work for a while. Some of you, if you're retired and you found things challenging, you may actually return to work in some form. Now that may not resonate with everyone, but I'm getting an energy of it popping through, so it obviously resonates with someone out there. But also, it may be something creative, something you enjoy doing for you that you can make money out of. But I feel here with pile 3 that you've been feeling a little bit like you need more independence in your life, okay? So if, for example, you've moved home to the home space with your family and you want to move out into your own apartment, or some of you may be thinking about going to college, or some of you may even want to independently set up a business. I get an energy here of you wanting to do new things, rebuild your life in a certain way, but with more independence, self-sufficiency. And I feel that you're going to do it, okay? I definitely see exciting things happening for you. Now, your first card here is recycle. Now, as you can imagine, with mushrooms, that's a very powerful sign that you've been going through a major period of personal development and growth. And mushrooms, they tend to grow in the dark, okay? So I feel like you've been going through a dark time. It says there, what's old is new again, back to work, old job. I think I just said that, back to work. Old job, new angle, refurbish and resale. So some of you, if you're not like returning to something that you used to do, you may be looking at it from a new angle. Some of you are trying to reshape your landscape in a way that benefits you in a much more healthy way and mindset as well, is what I'm seeing there. But a lot of you are like almost crushing illusions in your life, or, you know, if, for example, you've believed something that perhaps hasn't worked out for you, or you've lost faith in it, I feel like you're moving away from it. If someone promises you the world, delivers nothing, I definitely see you're moving away from that as well. Some of you, if you've been financially stretched, you may be reselling pre-loved goods in order to get more money. I see that you're going to be very savvy with your finances. You're going to be very resourceful, and more abundance is headed in your way. You have the Sun card here. You also have the Phoenix. So anything you feel like you lost out in 2023, I definitely see you regain it in 2024 and then some. So I feel there's a lot of good things heading in your direction, but you've really been going through the ringer. I feel there's been a lot of plot twists. There's been a lot of things that perhaps have been a little bit negative for you that have come through as well. But I feel like you're the sort of person who turns lemons into lemonade with those challenges. Now, some of you may have had a little bit of difficulty choosing between piles 2 and 3, okay? Because I definitely see that there's a message that correlates with both readings, in that you've been learning what's healthy for you and what is not. You've been learning about quick fixes and something that is a bit more stable or long-term in your life. This could be in terms of relationships. You know, lusty energy over love. Could also be in friendships, people who stick around during tough times, or people who vanish when the tough times have arrived and are only there for the good times. You may have noticed like toxic environments that you found yourself in, whether they are work environments or communities. I feel like you're noticing what's good for you and what is not. And I feel like you're eradicating anything that is not good for you. And also I feel like, you know, especially the word recycle, some of you may return to an idea or a project, and I feel like you may build upon it and make it something more established or finished in some way, or ready to be seen. Some of you may be launching like an idea that you've had for a long time, but you haven't found it's the right moment to do it. And now is the big reveal. 2024 is a big reveal year for you. And I mean, you've got the pyramid there, so I definitely get a sense that you're building something, you're channeling your energy into healthy pursuits. And I feel some of you have been feeling a bit stuck or frustrated. This is a theme that's been running through each pile. Okay, so perhaps the collective have just been, you know, feeling a little bit jaded, feeling a little bit like tired. It's the end of the year. You're so looking forward to 2024. So perhaps that's why the energy is showing up for everybody. But we've got here powerful people. Boss, CEO, owner, manager, influence, moving up, and scheme. And I definitely see that you are leveling up in your life as you move through 2024. There's some really great things coming for you, but you're a really hard worker. So everything that you accomplish, it was hard won. So it's really important for you, especially pile 3, to celebrate your wins. I definitely see that you've worked really hard for where you're at right now, and life has tried to knock you down a couple of times. You may have even noticed some people were jealous of your rise or your talent, your skills, and they want to sort of stop you in your tracks. But I feel like you're not allowing those people or situations to hinder your path in any shape or form. Even if you've had experiences in the past where people tried to knock your confidence, I feel like you're over that. You've healed that part of yourself, and now you rise, okay? I just keep getting this energy in your reading. These two sentences, back on track and ready to rise, okay? So that's the energy that I've got for you in 2024. It's almost going to be like your mantra, okay? You're ready to rise. Now, also, I feel that there's a very important message coming out from those two cards. You're about to meet someone new, okay? And when you meet this person, initially, you may feel like they do not have any place in your life, or they will not have an impact on your life. It's almost like a temporary kind of friendship that is struck up in 2024. But actually, this person is going to be intrinsic to your path, integral to that path. And I feel that this person is going to help you level up in some way. They could give you some information or an opportunity, or they've got some knowledge that will help you on your path. Don't dismiss any new people coming into your life. Keep your connections, because I feel you're being taught a major lesson about, keeping connections with people and friends, reaching out to people. I feel some of you have had friendships and acquaintances come in and out of your life in a transient fashion. You are the sort of person who has like a core group of people, like maybe 4 of your besties, or, even 2 of your besties. I feel like there's some people you can really count on in your life, but I feel the rest is kind of transient. You dip in and out of each other's lives, or you may actually let connections dissipate into the ether, and sometimes you think, I wonder how that person's doing, because it just feels like the connection got lost along the way. But you're being taught a very valuable lesson about connections and keeping those connections, keeping them up with people, okay? So even dropping them a line like, hey, how you doing? Been missing you, been thinking about you, you're on my mind, I had a dream about you, whatever it is. I feel like you're going to be reaching out a lot more in 2024 and building a network of people who are your soul tribe. Okay, I really feel this solitary energy of you right now, but I feel like you're rising up and you're going to meet new connections. But there's one person in particular in 2024 that you're going to meet who is going to be so important in your life, and they're going to be sticking around for a long time, okay? This person is very inspirational. They almost teach you to embrace your wild side, okay? Or to help you recognize that you should give yourself permission to take leaps of faith, be more spontaneous, or get involved in nature, or, even drumming. They're showing me drumming right now as being important. So this is like marching to the beat of your own drum. It's almost like connecting to your soul song. So this person could be a mentor or a tutor or a friend. I feel there's a lesson to be learned in 2024 for you about keeping up connections. So I don't know who needs to hear that, but that's coming through there as well. But there's a powerful person coming into your world that will change it for the better, okay? But ultimately, I feel like you are channeling your energy, empowering yourself into healthy pursuits. When you think about the nature of the pyramid, it has that very strong square foundation, so you're grounded, and then it has the energy that rises to the top. They did a scientific experiment. They had some sort of energy counter where they went to the top of the pyramids in Giza, and they actually tried to measure the energy that was at the very tip of the pyramid. And they found such a strong vibrational pull of the Earth's energy right up to the top of the pyramid and into the ether. And that highlighted that as long as you remain grounded, you can channel that infinite energy, almost like powering up, using extra resources to affect your environment. And I really feel that that's something you're learning to do. You have a lot of power in your circumstances, but you maybe needed to be a little bit more grounded. And 2023, I feel it really taught you to remain grounded or ground yourself through food substances or environments and really take stock of a situation. Feels like very much 2023 was you powering up, because 2024 is a really exciting year. Well, you will really be a force to be reckoned with. You come into your own in 2024, and it's a very exciting time. We've also got the one who creates, okay? So I definitely see that you are going to explore your creativity, your self-expression a lot more in 2024. It says here, creativity, originality, spontaneity. And this is a theme that is pretty much running through every reading at the moment, which is this desire to break life up a little bit and find more fun and spontaneity, because it feels like people are stuck or feeling there are some restrictions in some way. And I feel like now you are embracing your wild side. You're liberating yourself from that energy and you're exploring yourself a little bit more. Maybe even returning to parts of yourself where you felt wild and free. If you felt it was easier to strike up friendships when you were younger, you're going to reconnect to that part of self. Also, if you feel that you had a little bit more bold and daring attitude when you were younger, you're going to reconnect to that also. So 2024 is about rediscovery, reestablishing, and getting back on track. And if there's anything that you stepped away from in 2023, it was for a reason. It was almost to reconnect to your sense of self, and I feel like you'll reconnect to whatever it is that you stopped doing in 2023. I mean, you may have even stopped doing it in 2020 as well. Okay, so it could be a creative block that you've had. It could also be, you know, an experience, a vacation, something that maybe you put on hold in 2023. You're going to embrace it in 2024, whatever it is, okay? For beautiful pile 3, this is more about your energy, your power, and how you can affect your environment through your emotions, your intentions, and your actions. And I feel 2024 is going to be a very busy year for you, where you are shaping your landscape in a different way. And I feel like you are like rising up. I mean, look at this really hot energy. We've got the blood moon here. We've got the phoenix rising. We've also got the sun. So things are heating up for you in a really positive, exciting way. And I feel like you're embracing your passions. You're leading with that passionate soul that you are. And I feel that no matter what challenging situation comes your way, I feel like you're moving through it, beyond it. And I feel you are that force to be reckoned with. Now, of course, we have the sun here, which is happiness, success, clarity, and divine masculine energy. Now, male or female, it's not a gender-specific reading. It's about accessing that masculine energy to affect change, to take action, and not to let life pass you by. It's not about waiting. All of your energy, I feel like 2023, it feels like you've been waiting for something, waiting for change, waiting to move through this personal development energy where you reestablish your power and your sense of self. But also, I feel like you've been looking at the world at large and how it has changed and how it is changing as well as we move through 2024. And again, I definitely get an energy that we are going to see some things in 2024 that perhaps we've never seen before. And I feel like you've prepared for that. You are on this solid foundational energy to start 2024 with. And I feel some of you may launch a new business in order to remain independent. You may sell items in order to bring in more finances and, you know, really pool your resources and save. And some of you are thinking about getting connected more to nature. Again, you are finding yourself being very resourceful, learning new things. Rebuilding is the main energy that I feel from this group. And I feel you're building something really spectacular. And I feel if there's any bumps in the road in 2024, which there are going to be, I definitely see that you're in a position to really navigate those changes. And I feel like you're in a powerful position actually to remain wild and free there as well. Okay. Now also you've got the blood moon. Now this is a very important card because it does indicate that yes, you have gone through some experiences recently that have stunned you, challenged you, and required you to be very flexible. This card, it says beginnings. I hope you can see that, and it's not. Let me see if I can get it a little bit more clear for you. Beginnings, endings, shadow work, emotional cleansing, and reset. Spiritual growth, emotional baggage, destruction, unexpected situations. And I feel like you're tapping into your intuition so that you are ready for change and that you are, I'm just going to get that camera back on track, which is exactly how I feel you've been dealing with things. It's almost like things have been a little bit blurry, a little bit fuzzy, where you've been really trying to go inwards and, you know, develop your sense of self. And now things are becoming very clear for you so that you're getting back on track. And I feel You have been doing a lot of shadow work. You've been cleansing, recognizing what is good for you. Also, you've been learning that, the smaller things in life are where the happiness is at. You're learning to appreciate the moment, and not a lot of people do that. And I feel like you've been really trying to do that. Spend time with people that you really care about, your soul tribe, doing things that really matter to you. And I feel that some of you, you have been also helping others to come out of their comfort zone to experience new things as well. So I feel by you taking action and opening yourself up to change, you're influencing people around you, people who perhaps are stuck in their ways, because I feel like they're almost like looking at you and you're leading by your example and they're following suit is what I see there as well. Also, some of you may have had some challenging moments with family or friends over 2023, but I feel like you've learned that you live life on your own terms, and it's okay if people don't understand your journey. You're going to live the life that you have decided for yourself, and I feel those people around you that you may have found challenging, they start to look at you in a new way in 2024, and they can see that the way that you are living your life is actually the right one. Okay, it's almost like you get a validation in 2024. So there may have been something that you felt was changing or happening, and you could see it because I feel like you're very much awake. There's a lot of light in your world. And when you can see the blood moon there, it also indicates that you kind of notice undercurrents of what's going on around you that other people don't readily see. And you almost adapt to these undercurrents before they change in the outer world where everybody can see it. So it's almost like you're prepared for something that perhaps other people are not seeing or not aware of right now. And I feel that they're going to notice that you were right in some area of your life, okay? So it could be in terms of a relationship, a job situation, an environment. For example, if you feel like your neighborhood's getting a little bit tense, you may have felt it way off before other people, and you may have said, you know what, maybe we should move. Maybe we should go to another environment. Everybody around you said, I love this neighborhood. And you're like, yeah, I do love it. I used to love it a lot, but I just feel there's an undercurrent of change. And perhaps maybe it's time to move. And then in 2024, they're going to see, actually, you were right. You sensed something was changing before everybody else could visually see it. I'm just giving you an example there, but I feel there's something in your life that you feel something is changing and you're ahead of the curve, okay? But also I feel like you're rebuilding and getting back on track in your world because you've had some unexpected situations to deal with, and it's really made you look at your shadow self. I mean, it's taught you about your resilience. It's taught you that you're stronger than most. Got the phoenix there rising from the ashes. It's number 27. When you reduce it, 2 + 7 is 9, the hermit energy. You're an old soul. You have a lot of wisdom, and you've been learning when it's time to shine your light and when it's time to hide your light away in order to focus on your inner world or on projects that you feel you need to keep to yourself and remain in stealth mode. But ultimately, the phoenix is about overcoming adversity. And I feel like you've been doing a lot of spiritual work, and I feel like you're leaving adversity behind you now, and you have the ability to rise above any challenge. Also, I feel like you are recharging your batteries, and look at all that light. I feel like you are on fire as you move through 2024, and you accomplish whatever it is you set out to do. And also, I get this energy that anything that's been holding you back, it certainly will not be in your future. I feel that this is the beginning of light overcoming darkness, and I feel here that you are having the strength and the resilience to power on through and accomplish whatever it is you set out to do. I really feel like you're leading with your passions and you're embracing that wild side a little bit more. It's almost like, when everybody says embrace your inner child, right? It's almost like you're embracing your inner teenager. That's the energy that I've got coming through for you all, okay? It's like that knowingness, that boldness, that desire to, shake your landscape up, knowing that you will be very, very successful in that. I also feel that you've learned from experiences that have been challenging, and you can put that knowledge into everything you do in 2024. I feel some of you, you're a very sensitive being, but some of you may have felt a little bit on autopilot, and you may have been trying to recalibrate your emotions or get back to that passionate feeling self that you are, and you're definitely going to do that. 2024 is all about passion. It's about, heat. It's about resilience. It's about your strength. And it's also about your power and a renewal of that vitality, that lust for life returns. But also you have a solid grounding for you to work from as you explore new things. Now, if you've been feeling very stuck and blocked on your spiritual journey, I feel like you're letting go of the past and everything that seemed to have gone wrong in life. I feel like you're leaving it in 2023. Some of you may have been asking, when is it your time to shine? Well, 2024 is that time for you to shine. And I feel that if you haven't, acknowledged your power, or you felt people did not, value and respect your power and your abilities, I feel they'll see you accomplish all of your goals in 2024. And I feel like you actually changed their mindset as well as yours. Also, I feel some of you have been learning about the difference in procrastination and downtime, because some of you work really hard and you find it hard to unwind, almost to the point where if you're not doing anything at all, you almost feel like you're procrastinating. You're not. You're actually taking time to rest your brain, taking time to rejuvenate your body. Give yourself permission to pause, okay? I feel it's really important for you to recognize that. But in 2024, things are going to get busier for you, but in such an exciting and fun way. Now, I'm just going to get some funnel cards for you in real time, just to see if there's other messages that are coming your way. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful pile 3? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to see? Can you please show them? What are they meant to be aware of? Okay, that one just flew right across onto the floor. One moment, please. It's a 5 of Pentacles. So it's almost like, some of you have been really down on your luck, or, you've been praying for a resource, but I feel like you are now rising from that. You're rising from challenging times. And the 5 of Pentacles actually means that there is sanctuary, that, a wish will be granted. Something that you've been praying for will be delivered to you. Also, the 5 of Pentacles indicates what you lack, you will actually find. So there's this energy of rebuilding, okay, coming through again. We've got the 7 of Pentacles there, and we've got the Ace of Pentacles. So a resource is coming from the universe. I mean, the fact that you got all Pentacles, it tends to tell me that you're going through different stages. 5 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. Now, the 5 is all about that you do not have. And the 7 of Pentacles is about your options. It's about alternative approaches, remaining flexible, and having to navigate plot twists in your life. And Ace of Pentacles is renewal. It is about a new start, an opportunity, a gift from the universe that sets you in motion to accomplish more prosperity, more happiness, and to recognize that you are a gift. That 5 of Pentacles, it's an energy of recognizing that although things have been difficult, you're praying for something, a resource. The candles are lit. There tends to be 2 figures in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot. They're walking past a place of worship, a place of sanctuary. And, there is an energy of someone coming to your aid, or the universe coming to your aid to help you in a challenging time. We've also got the 7 of Pentacles here for you. Now, the 7 of Pentacles is really about you asking if something is worth it in your world. You've been putting a lot of effort into something, and you may not have seen the results just yet, but I feel 2024 you're going to see those results, especially since you got that Ace of Pentacles showing up for you. 7 of Pentacles is an alternative approach. It's the fork in the road. It's about deciding to make some changes, return to some areas of your life, or even navigate away from some areas of your life into new environments, new experiences. But the 7 of Pentacles is an energy of being saved or saving something. And I feel like it's almost like saving the best for last, where opportunity comes in, or opportunity knocks and helps you rise beyond your belief. Okay, we've got another star here in the middle of the Ace of Pentacles. So I feel this is really kind of indicating that a wish is being delivered, that also you're aligning yourself with that wish and more prosperity. You're going to see evidence of it on the physical plane. Ace of Pentacles is the universe dropping by to give you a resource that will help you. Some of you, it may be to start a business or to start a relationship that is solid and true. It could also be a friendship that is long lasting, or even it is to make sure you have solid, secure foundation in your world that will bring stability. Ultimately, the Ace of Pentacles can indicate some of you in 2024, there's going to be some sort of bonus raise or money elevation, more in your pocket, let's put it that way. But also it can indicate a gift, a prize, or a win that comes through that will be with you long lasting. Aces are gifts from the universe, but it can also be the start of prosperity, the seed that you've planted, something that you've already done. Could be an idea, or it could be something you started and perhaps you haven't finished it. You will actually accomplish it in 2024, but you'll return to it in order to nurture it and grow it into something. The Ace of Pentacles is all about potential. So again, there's this connection between pile 2 and pile 3. And while some of you may have found it really difficult to choose between the two, you were guided to this reading first. Okay, so there may be something in pile 2 for you as well, but you know, pile 3 was meant to be for you. Ultimately, I see more abundance financially coming towards you. Some of you may have struggled with finances, but I see rebuilding. I mean, even those cards are all about rebuilding and the universe helping you get back on track. So some of you may actually, you know, return to something that you felt like you lost out on, because the Five of Pentacles is all about loss. The Seven of Pentacles is about adjusting to those losses. And the Ace of Pentacles is about recalibrating your energy, getting back on track, maybe even starting something from scratch or rebuilding in some way, and it being more abundant and things coming to fruition. There's a lot of success. Ace of Pentacles is all about success. It's about prosperity, and it's about winning, being in alignment with your goals and dreams and accomplishing whatever it is you set out to do in the first place. So really positive energy there. I'm just going to go and get a rune or a trinket for you before we close. Oh, only one rune. Okay, I'm just going to come around this angle. Look at that. We've got gift. We've got the gift rune. Okay, I'm just going to angle the camera there for you. Now, this is about you know, opportunity coming your way. Opportunity will knock for you in 2024. New portals of change open up for you, new beginnings, new experiences, new people, and exciting opportunities for you to, you know, have fun and more spontaneity. Things have been challenging for you, but I definitely see that after that dark period, you've been going through that period of growth, the light is coming out for you in 2024. And this rune actually is all about gifts. So I feel like you're going to see some unexpected gifts come into your life. This could be through people, experiences, but ultimately this is Wheel of Fortune territory. This rune is about, you know, everything coming together and better fortune for you. And also this can indicate if you're looking for love, for example, a divine partnership comes in, or if you're already in a union that has been going through some challenging times. I definitely see you going from strength to strength and really falling in love with each other again and remembering what you fell in love with in the first place. But also it's about problems being solved. Okay, almost like a reset. I keep getting this energy that you're resetting in some way. And I feel some of you are recognizing the most important thing of all, that you are a gift. You're here for a reason. And I feel like you're on the right track towards changing your life infinitely better. And I feel like you're going to reach your targets in 2024. And although I'm going to do a yearly reading for every sign, this is an indication that things are looking up for you. Okay, so if you've been going through those challenging times, you know, a lifeline is being sent to you, and I definitely see that there's some really great things ahead. Also, you're leading with your passions, you're wild, you're free, and you're embracing that wildness within you. And I feel this, like, it's almost like the weight of the world that's been on your shoulders is lifted in 2024, and there's just a lightness about you there as well, okay? So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in this reading for you. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, Pile 3. Love and light.